Julia. It's nice to talk to you today. We'll talk about your book for caregivers. It's called As Long as You Sing, I'll Dance, The Bond, Not the Burden, The Blessing of Reciprocal Caregiving. You drew on both professional and personal experience to write it. Can you give me a little background on that experience?
Okay. Well, the book is strongly motivated by my mother's dementia. That was a really traumatic experience for me and my family. I've always been involved with caregiving in many different ways, and I'm called a professional caregiver, meaning that I've worked in caregiving for the last 15 years or more, especially as a activities director at a CCRC and a case manager for the aging in a field position, meaning I was out in the field in northern Vermont. I'm also working now in bereavement, so at a community hospice. So I have a life, and I've worked in other positions that have been direct care, like nurse companion, and various ways that have been useful helping me see this. But the major other part of this unique piece of my work is that it's related to parenting as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you talk about reciprocal caregiving. Is this a term that you've coined or you've just developed? And can you tell me a little bit about what it means?
Yeah, well, I have, it's my own method that I experienced in the 80s. I had the opportunity through grants from several national, state, and local programs to develop a rather large project called the New York City Lullabies Project, and in that I went out and recorded on site the actual soothing and relaxing of children, and I saw there that the adult partner could not soothe or relax the child without soothing and relaxing themselves. Mm-hmm. So I saw the reciprocal care that is available in good attachments and bonding in the parent-child relationship. So that means that it's a mutual thing. There's no way that you can quiet down another without quieting yourself first and soothing yourself. So out of that came my experience when I went into healthcare facilities and worked. I saw that there was a stressed care going on. The caregivers were stressed, and it was a stressful place, and that if they could come from heart-to-heart care, and even on your website I noticed today that there's a mention of a quote, Happy Senior says, what we noticed immediately was that the employees treated their residents as friends, and in some cases family. And so what comes naturally really is for the human being caring and kindness, but if not nurtured and maybe also helped along by being encouraged, that we should be interested and present in the moment, that caregiving is not reciprocal. In other words, you're not caring for yourself at the same time as you are caring for another when you are not giving reciprocal care.
Okay. So tell me then about the lullabies and how they have a place in caregiving through reciprocal caregiving.
Yes, okay. Well, first of all, I want to make it clear that I'm not talking about the recorded lullaby with music. I am talking about music, but I'm talking more about the ways that the kinds of communications that the lullabies encourage. So in my book, I've actually done an interesting piece of work in breaking out what lullaby communications are like. So the book includes activities that relate to humming, rocking, swaying, singing names, traditions of gathering, that's like storytelling, other ways that we can gather through traditions that we create, tapping, echoing, gentle touch. So I'm talking about the communications that the lullabies encourage, as well as the singing of certain songs that are appropriate and that are meaningful to the people we're working with.
Mm-hmm.